Hello everyone, this is Rekha Goyal with 12th class poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers written by Adrienne Rich. Adrienne Rich is a great feminist. She always talked about female women and she had experienced the condition of women right from her childhood. She has seen the women suppressed by their husband, and that is how she wrote this poem. And as long as Aunt Jennifer is considered, so this is not a particular lady. She has given a simple name on behalf of all the ladies, and then she moves on to how these ladies are being suppressed. So here the poet voices the oppression of women through traditional marriage. The poem talks about the traditional institution of marriage. It's of the time when divorce wasn't accepted. To express her inner feelings, she chooses art as a form of escapism. To some extent, the poem is ironical that the lady who couldn't free herself from the dominance of her husband embroidered the tigers, which is a symbol of pride, unafraid, and confidence. This is a very beautiful poem written in couplets and a good rhyming, a proper rhyming of AABB. Though she talks about the suppression of women, but no doubt this patriarchal society can only suppress and dominate women's form, but not their minds. So let's move on to the poem. Jennifer's tigers prance across the screen, bright topaz, denizens of a world of green. This is the opening couplet with the rhyming of AA, no? Screen and green. Right? So here the poet voices Aunt Jennifer's feelings to live a life of colors and grace. The poet has given a name to the lady as Aunt Jennifer, who embroiders tigers who are prancing across the wall. She's embroidering on a panel, and she embroiders tigers, and she has shown the tigers prancing. Here means jumping across the wall. That means she is talking about the movement of the tigers, how gracefully, how with pride they move on. These prancing tigers are symbolism of Aunt's desire to lead a respectful and a life free from male dominance. Patriarchy is male dominance. Further, the poet calls them as bright topaz. She is talking about the golden yellow color and calling as a precious. Topaz is a precious gem, right? So she is talking about the importance. She is calling as a precious gem, and they are the free inhabitants of the green world. They can move wherever they wish to. They rule rather, no? They rule this green world. Green world of green here refers to the green forest. So they are the dwellers, they are the inhabitants of this green world. So she expresses her own feelings and emotions through these tigers which she embroiders on the panel. Now moving on to the next couplet. They do not fear the man beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Now they here refers to the tigers. They are brave enough to afraid with hunters. That means altogether they are so dominant in their own areas that they do not afraid of anyone. A royal movement of tigers has been mentioned here. They move around shining bravely with grace and confidence. They are not afraid of hunting men, the hunters. They are fearless, bold, and ferocious at the same time. They dominate their own area, that is, green world, and they pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. The tigers, pace is move in sleek. Sleek here refers to elegant, right? And chivalric, gorgeously, certainty is confidence. So they move around with grace, elegance, and confidence. And they hold supremacy in the world of green. They have their own power, they have their own dominance, and that is the reason why they are not afraid of the man beneath the tree. Beneath here refers to the man hiding behind the tree, trying to hunt. So they are not afraid of anybody or anything, rather, they have their own royal movement, and then they hold a supremacy in this world. Now let's have a quick look at the glossary. France is jump over topaz. Here it refers to transparent yellow color, the yellow color which tigers have on their body. And then denizens is the dwellers, inhabitants. That means the people or anybody, the animals, those who live in that particular area. World of green refers to green forest. Pace is running fast. Sleek is shining and well groomed, elegant. Chivalric is brave and royal, being courteous, an act of gentleman. And certainty means confidence. And as I told you earlier also, the rhyming scheme is AA baby. So every couplet is rhymed very properly. And now coming on to the figures of speech, anaphora is there. In the previous line only, they do not, they pace in. So they is repeated, and that is how it is anaphora. And metaphor is use of topaz, yellow colors of tigers. So this is what a bit of enhancement in the vocab. Now moving on to the third couplet. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. Now, Aunt is a victim of male chauvinism, that is, male dominance. In these lines, the poet is talking about the level of Aunt's submission and suppression. To what extent she is suppressed by her husband. She has become so nervous, weak, timid, fearful, and depressed that she even can't hold petty things. She finds even even the small ivory needle hard for her. When she embroiders, she can't even bear the small ivory needle, which is such a small thing. And when she pulls the needle, her fingers flutter, that means fingers terrified, shaking. She is not easily able to embroider with the help of ivory needle, and the moment she tries to pull it out, her fingers start fluttering. So here it is alliteration, fingers fluttering, and she's so much terrified. She's so much terrorized that even the small thing becomes so difficult for her. She lives in a constant fear, so nervous and terrified. Now moving on to the next couplet. A massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's And now here the marriage relationship has been talked about. In general, marriage is considered to be a blissful happening in anybody's life. But here it is a bondage to her husband and his overpowering nature. Massive refers to heaviness, heavy. Massive weight of uncle's wedding band is a symbol of male authority and power. Marriage, that is matrimony, binds the woman physically and mentally. And Aunt Jennifer is trapped in this patriarchal suppression. When we say, the poet says that the massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon here refers to she feels a burden. She is not enjoying her marriage at all. She fears her husband so much that even in his absence, she is not comfortable. Uncle's wedding band is a symbolism of harsh and bitter experiences of aunt's married life. The ring weighed her down with the burden of marital responsibilities. Now, moving on to the glossary. Fluttering is moving about, to move in quick. Pull is to draw, to take out. Massive is heavy. Band is a strip. Here it is bondage. Terrified is scared and threatened. And rhyming scheme ABB. And poetic device used is alliteration, that is finger fluttering. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. That means, see the level of suppression. Even her death does not end the problem and torture which a married woman experiences. Though her frightened and shaking hand will be put to rest, the ring mark will always be a sign of her suppression and ordeal. Very beautifully, using symbolism, the poet begins the stanza when aunt is dead, which means complete submission of her suppression. It reveals a sad truth. That means even the death will not be able to release aunt from the fear or dominance of her husband. The poet has very smartly used the word mastered by. See, when we use the word master, very important word over here. Master word we use, whom we do master? Pets, animals. Humans cannot be mastered. So now here we can imagine the condition of Aunt Jennifer. She is no less than an animal or a pet. The poet has used very smartly the word mastered by. It says all about Aunt's condition. I think after using the word master, we don't have to go further to understand what master itself says, the horrified condition which she was experiencing and going through. So the aunt was no less than animal. She was treated as a slave. Even the slaves are mastered, right? So she was no less than a slave or an animal. Even after her death, the ring mark, which would be there on her finger, will always be a sign of her suppression and ordeals. Ordeals refers to the evil experiences, the hardships one experiences in his or her life. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Aunt spends her life in fear, but the tigers she embroiders are fearless tigers, which expresses her secret longing for a life of freedom and confidence. That means, in spite of all these ordeals, all the hardship, all the evil experiences she bore, her work of art will remain forever. Her tigers keep expressing her desire to move proudly and fearlessly. Though she tries to express just the opposite to what she is, that means she was very timid, very weak, very depressed, and the tigers are just opposite to that, right? So, but she ends up portraying the image of her own counterpart. And who is her own counterpart? Her husband. So, in the form of tigers, Aunt Jennifer shows her husband's attributes. As tigers also symbolize the unquestioned authority of man. Man go on enjoying his arrogance and ferocity without any fear or regret. And that is what the tigers also do. On the other hand, woman can never free herself from the oppressive dominance of male. And in spite of all this, all sufferings of Aunt Jennifer, the death of Aunt Jennifer, these things are not going to affect uncle at all, that is male at all. And even the tigers are not going to be affected, and her tigers will not be affected at all, and they will keep on moving uh, proudly with a great pride, with grace, and without being afraid. Now here see prancing proud. This is alliteration over here, and the couplet is rhyming with made and unafraid. Now let's have a quick review of glossary. Ringed with is surrounded by encircled, ordeals are difficult tests, hard experiences, fear of men also. Mastered by is controlled, put under control, panel is bold, and the rhyming scheme again ABB. And the poetic device used is alliteration. That is, the example is prancing proud. Now, briefly, let us talk about the poem. Andrew Rich proves that women are sometimes treated unfairly and with inequality, even after so many years in this today's world. When we talk about women empowerment, even it's not women have not been liberated yet. They are very much treated unfairly and inequality. The tiger displays strength and fearlessness, which Aunt Jennifer evidently lacks. Like so, we can so tigers also symbolize men in the society, right? So they have the strength and fearlessness which women generally lack. Terrified hands means that her husband terrorized her. That means the suppression and the domination is very strong. The massive weight of uncle's wedding band is the burden aunt carries after getting married to uncle. That means, as I explained earlier, marriages are always a blissful event happens in anybody's life, but here it's a burden for Aunt Jennifer. Aunt, even if Aunt dies, she liberates herself with all kinds of suppression and depression and leaves her tigers keep moving proudly, gracefully, and elegantly. See the level of suppression and depression that though physically she may be liberated, but uh, she is not. because that the sign of her ring will always be there on her hand. That shows that how strongly she was depressed and suppressed. And she leaves her tigers, so-called tigers, which she had embroidered. And significantly, I told you as that these is, tigers can be considered as male also, because even aunt's death will not have any effect on this on her husband. So his attribute will remain the same as it was earlier. Now let's move on to the themes. Various themes the poem holds. Though the poem is short enough, simply 12-line poem, but then too it holds thoughtful themes which are needed to be pondered upon. So the very first theme mentioned here is female role in home, like how a female can make her home. Like that is why in today's scenario, today's world, housewives are called as homemakers. So how one can, there's a difference between home and house, you know that. So, and then female role in marriage, how one can make his or her life, since it is mentioned for the female, so her life a blissful, a blessing. Animals as symbols. So animals have been used here, specifically the tigers have been used here as a symbol of various attributes. Women and nature, how women connect themselves with the nature, and the poem very much talks about patriarchal power, male dominance power, and how do they suppress individual freedom. Everyone, especially in the connection of this poem, female wants, lady wants her own freedom. And definitely, no doubt, art has been used here as escapism. That means whatever you wish to do, and if cannot do, then how you take out those feelings and emotions outside. Now, the poem forces us to think a lot. So here is some food for thought. The very first question is put up. What made Aunt Jennifer only choose to knit tigers on the screen, not any other animal? Though there are many animals, those who live in the green forest, but Aunt Jennifer chooses only tigers. So what is the reason behind? That is we need to ponder upon. Aunt Jennifer's efforts to get rid of her fear proved to be futile. That means, do you think it is worth? That means, was she successful, or she got satisfied when she embroiders her tigers? How she puts in her efforts to get rid of her fear? That means that is about through art, and do you think that she was successful in that? Moving on to the third question, love feels no burden, thinks nothing of trouble, and attempts what is above its strength. Very much said by Thomas A. Kempis, and Aunt Jennifer felt oppressed and troubled in her married life. What positive traits were missing in Uncle that led to this unhappy state? So, like definitely, as it is said that the journey of marriage, in the journey of marriage, two people are both of them they are responsible to make it the way they want. So here it is like the question arises is what positive traits uncle should have so that the aunt would not have felt the way she had been feeling. Moving to the fourth question, though Aunt Jennifer is a representative of women fighting against masculine authority and power, what is the implication of creating a tiger that is extremely masculine and authoritative? So question 4 is very much related to question 1. So what was the reason, though she was against the attributes of her husband, but then too she created those tigers, and those tigers were masculine and authoritative. So think upon it. The short poem holds much. So these 12 lines are million of words, and that helps us, rather forces us to think a lot. Thank you very much, and I hope you must have understood.